I am CineSport's Noah Coslov previewing the NBA Finals with Chris Sheridan, editor-in-chief of SheridanHoops.com. And Chris, let's start with coaching. How big of an advantage is it for the Spurs to have Pop over the Heat and having Erik Spoelstra?
Well, I think Erik Spoelstra coached a terrific Game 7 against the Indiana Pacers. Look, Erik Spoelstra's a very smart young man. I don't think he's as well-versed in international politics as Greg Popovich is, and I don't think he's a wine connoisseur like Greg Popovich is, but he has a very good rapport with his players. His players do respond to him. But that being said, Greg Popovich had a very good record against Miami over the last several years. So slight edge to Pop, but no disrespect to Spoelstra.
Yeah, none at all. And we both know that neither one of these coaches is resting anybody during the NBA Finals. So let's get into the players. How big of an if at all, is Dwyane Wade? And do the Spurs have one of those big ifs on their roster?
Yeah, that's a great question. Look, Dwyane Wade it continues to be an if. We saw a gallant performance out of him in Game 7, but where was he for the dozen games before that when he wasn't able to score 20 points for the longest stretch of his career? How much are he and LeBron James on the same page? Some of the comments after Game 6 when they lost in Indianapolis made it sound like there was a disconnect between those two. And as far as who's that X guy for the San Antonio Spurs, it's certainly got to be Manu Ginobili. He has not had a great playoff series so far, none of them in the first 3 rounds, but he's been solid. The Spurs also don't rely on Manu for offense quite as much as the Miami Heat do on Dwyane Wade. The Spurs' #1 option is going to be either Tony Parker or Tim Duncan, and then they're going to get shooting from somebody, whether it's Manu, whether it's Danny Green, whether it's Kawhi Leonard. They have a lot of other options. Matt Bonner can shoot it too. So I don't think the Spurs can survive a couple bad games from Manu more than the Heat can survive a couple bad games from Dwyane Wade.
Well said. All right, we'll close it out with just a one-word answer, and it's a number. You told me before the playoffs started, it would be the Spurs and the Heat, and the Spurs would win the title. How many games?
7, and a better Game 7 than what we saw from the Indiana Pacers and Miami Heat. And I'm sorry that wasn't one word.
Chris Sheridan, editor-in-chief of SheridanHoops.com. Get all the words you want. Good talking to you. Enjoy the run, Chris.
Thank you, Noah.